What's up guys, Duarte here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to take a look at the tier 14 of the training mats challenge, and this is going to be a tough one. This is not an easy one. So once again, the characters that we can use is cosmic only, and there are a few good characters here. We have recommendations for level 80, gear tier 15 and 4 red stars, and this time I changed my team a little bit because back when I first tried this challenge I did not know that Thanos was farmable. I completely forgot about it, but then I realized it, and then I decided to use him, and it was thanks to him that I was able to beat this challenge, because the tier 14 challenge of the training materials is very hard. So I hope the information on this video will be helpful to you. If it is, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord, and if you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. So with that said, let's take a look at the video I did on this challenge. Okay, let's get started, and like I mentioned before, this challenge was not as easy as the other ones. This one is a little bit harder, so you have to pay attention to your ISO weights. You want to make sure that you have at least Ebony Maw and Thanos as a healer. Then you want to have Star-Lord as the skirmisher. Even that is not super necessary. You can use him as a healer or Hela as a healer, and then Black Bolt like always with the striker. But it's helpful if you have a character with skirmisher to help Black Bolt out, because you'll need to do a lot of damage in case you want to do this challenge. Otherwise it's going to be a problem. So between Star-Lord or Hela, decide for one to be the skirmisher. The one who has the most HP should be the healer, or just have both of them as skirmishers. That's going to be fine as well. As you can see, I was using Thanos in the middle so we can spread energy to Ebony Maw, but if you think it's more important to give energy for Black Bolt, you can change him around. I always like to have Ebony Maw with extra energy, so we can have that second defense up early on. And the Star-Lord giving energy to Hela, it's going to be extremely important, so we can do her ultimate as fast as possible and as many times as possible, so we can share or spread all those negative effects as often as possible. Okay, so let's get going and see. By the way, this was not my first try, first kill. It was probably third try or fourth try. I think I did 4 tries here, and yeah, this challenge is not easy. This challenge was not easy at all. So you have to kill these guys with the yellow arrows, and they have massive amounts of HP, and you have multiple problematic characters. We have Blob that is always applying the deflect to all these characters that are around him. So we have Magneto around him, we have Mordo around him, and we have 2 symbiote Spider-Mans. So that's going to be 2 stuns that we have to deal with, plus the defense downs, plus the bleeds, and plus the slows. 2 turns slow that after they can extend is extremely painful, so you need to be careful with that. So not only you have to worry with these minions, Hydra minions, that it's part of the mission and you have to get rid of them as fast as possible. You always have to deal with these secondary characters that are also in your way, and they are going to be very problematic, and that's why it took me a few tries to get done with this, because you really need to kill in a certain order in order to beat this challenge. So let's take a look into it. So I focused some negative effects into the Blob because I wanted to use the Blob as a hub to spread then the negative effects around. And as you saw with the Magneto making us all together, it's going to be a problem because the energy was not going exactly the way I wanted to, and as you see now we are wasting energy giving it to Thanos. So unfortunately that's a problem that we have to deal with. And now we have the blind, so as you can see, Invisible Woman is going to be very relevant here. So if you want to consider bringing Invisible Woman instead of Star-Lord, it's going to be a great option. So they already did the 2 things of the mission, so we don't have many more chances. We have to get rid of them, and we still have to deal with all the other ones, and there are like 5 or 6 of them, so it's not easy. And especially because they come with almost full turn meter. Okay, so now we have slow on all of them, we have offense down, and we need to get rid of these minions, and then we need to start thinking on what we are going to do with the symbiotes, because yeah, they are going to be in your way, and the stuns and the extending of the negative effects that they do, it's really problematic and you can't blind them. The ultimate is it doesn't work with blind, it always hit. So yeah, that's a huge problem. So we were able to apply bleeds to those minions. So once again, it's going to be very important if you bring Invisible Woman. She'll be able to remove those blinds from Hela, and you will be more easily able to spread those negative effects around. If we would be able to apply all those bleeds to the enemies that we are facing, we would have a very easy time. But because we didn't, it was not as easy. So we already have a new minion that we have to deal with, and now we have Drax. And as you guys know, Drax is extremely annoying, but unfortunately we don't have any characters that can get rid of his taunt. Maybe we have, but it's not like super necessary. And as you can see, now we have Slow. Slow is a big problem. Now we have Black Bolt with his ultimate, but as you can see, those minions, it's the Hydra Scientist. He has massive amount of HP. And now not only we have to deal with Drax, we also have to deal with the Juggernaut. So we have 2 activations from the Hydra minions. Now we have probably another one because we are stuck behind the Juggernaut. So as you can see, this is going to be a very close call. So you want to get rid from the Juggernaut as fast as possible. Spread all those negative effects that were on Drax to everyone, and now it's the time that you can breathe, but not that much, because as you'll see, you still have to deal with the Juggernaut, which is a problem, and you still have to get rid of that minion. Hopefully the third wave will not come until you get rid of all the enemies, but then there will come 2 of those Hydra minions, and they will have massive amount of HP, and you have to deal with them very fast, because they will come with a full or almost full turn meter. So we focus on the Juggernaut. Make sure all your big nukes are ready, so the special of Black Bolt, and also the special from Hela, and the ultimate from Star-Lord. So as they drop, you want to apply slow on them, so you have a little bit more of time. Since one of the targets has the bleeds, we are going to focus on the other one. Black Bolt doing massive damage and using the extra attack from the isolate to make this a little bit easier. And this is why you want to have a skirmisher and also a striker. So Star-Lord applying the skirmish effect, the vulnerability, and now we just have to finish off this guy, and that's done. So let's take a quick look at which other characters we could bring to make this a little bit easier. Okay, so because of all those negative effects from the symbiote Spider-Mans, all those stuns and all those blinds from Magneto as well, you really should consider bringing the Invisible Woman. Just make sure that you change the position of Thanos, so whenever Magneto does his ultimate, you get in a way that Thanos and Black Bolt and Hela will stay together. How can you do this? If you put Thanos in one corner, and then you put Hela next to him, and then Black Bolt as the third in the middle, and then Ebony Maw. If you make it like this, and if Thanos is already taunting, whenever Magneto sucks them all together, the whole 4 will be next to Thanos. So you'll have energy being distributed to Black Bolt, Ebony Maw, and Hela as well. Then it all depends on if you have Invisible Woman for the cleanse, or if you have Star-Lord for more energy. Once again, you can also use Groot. He can also do Dispel, and he also provides Death Proof, Defense Up, and slows to the enemies. So it's quite relevant, and he does a nice amount of healing. And if you have the isolate with healer on him, is also useful. Then we have Crystal, but Crystal, she's okay, she only cleans Inhuman, so it's not that great. And do we have any other character? I don't think so. So yeah, those are probably the best options. Thanos, Black Bolt, Hela, Ebony Maw, and then you want to decide Star-Lord for energy and extra damage, or Invisible Woman for cleanse, or even Groot, because Groot once again can do the same things that Invisible Woman does, and some a little bit different but also useful. So that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the training material challenge, the tier 14. So if you did enjoy it, you know what to do. You smash that like button like a boss. If you found information on this video helpful, once again, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, I really hope you consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys later.